Hello and welcome to Yoga Flow with Monica. I am Monica and today we're going to do a practice to beat hot weather. So we're going to start with a cooling breath and then we will go through a few poses which will help you to cool down as well. So we're going to start with sitali breath or cooling down breath. So you have three options. First one, if you can't roll your tongue, you stick it out and you inhale through it, okay? So it looks like this. You roll it and stick it out and you inhaling through it. Second one is you can just bring your lips into, imagine that you have a straw and you're trying to suck something through the straw. So it's about like bringing your lips into tiny like O and inhaling through that. And last but not least is actually having your teeth together, having a wide smile, and then again sucking the air through the teeth. Obviously, if you have sensitive teeth, that option might not work. So just choose what works the best for you. And we're gonna do 5 deep inhales, and you exhale through the nose, and you try to keep to lengthen the exhale. So we try to have kind of double the exhale, okay? In comparison to the inhale. So when you're ready, just choose your option. As I mentioned, if you can roll up your tongue, roll up your tongue. You can bring your lips into tiny O, or just have your teeth together and try to suck the air through the teeth. Excellent. So we start 5 times. You can close your eyes if you wish. First one, exhale everything and then start inhaling. Pause for a second and exhale very slowly. Don't rush. Really empty your body. Again, inhaling. Pause for a second. Observe the cool air in your mouth and exhale. 3 more times, your own pace. Pausing, shoulders relax. Exhaling. Twice more, inhale. Back is straight, neutral, facial muscles relaxed. Exhale everything, slowly. Last one, inhale. Pause a second and then exhale through the nose. Excellent. I hope you felt that cold air coming into your mouth. That usually can help you to cool yourself down. It's a wonderful breath to do as well before going to sleep. For example, if your room is very hot, before turning aircon, maybe try this breath. It might really help you to cool yourself down. So we're gonna move into all fours first. I'm gonna go through free cat and cow. It's a wonderful posture to do every time you practice yoga because we move our spine and make sure that it stays flexible. So with an inhale, start dropping the belly down, tailbone lifts, shoulders goes away from from your ears, and shoulder blades come together. Exhaling, sucking the belly in, tailbone starts pointing towards the floor, same as the crown of the head. Lifting through the middle upper back. Inhaling, spine moves slowly, don't rush. Try to open the chest, maybe look up if it's comfortable. Exhaling, slowly rounding the back, trying to lift as high as you can, really stretching through the back. One more time. With an inhale, tailbone points up, same as the crown of the head. Arching the back. With an exhale, we're gonna start curving the back, slow movements. Don't rush. And gently come back to the center. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna bring the right leg in between the palms. So we're gonna come first kind of low lunge. Observe how it feels. Make sure you don't feel any sensations in your lower spine. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly start moving back. So your feet, the right feet stays where it is. You just straighten your right leg. The toes still touching the ground. So we're stretching first the kind of upper foot. Inhaling, exhaling. Make sure you don't go too far away. The hips are more or less above the left knee. Neck is long as well as the spine, so don't round too much. You can pick up blocks if you have and bring them under your palms. One more breath here. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna shift that right leg tiny bit forward, and then we're gonna lift the toes and flex towards us. So now we're gonna start extending more back of the leg. So stretching back of the leg, keep breathing. Again, keeping that spine neutral. Inhale and exhale, slow breaths. We're trying to calm our body down. One more. Then we're gonna slowly start bending into the right leg and bringing it back to all fours. If you wish, you can go through one cat and cow, just to neutralize the spine with an inhale, arching the back, with an exhale, rounding the back. Coming back to neutral and bringing the left leg, this time in between the palms, finding the low lunge position. One more breath here. And then we very slowly start shifting the hips back, but not moving the feet. So foot stays where it is, making sure the toes still touching the ground. Stay here for 2 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. One more. Beautiful. Now we're gonna bring the leg a little bit forward and start lifting the toes and flexing towards us. So more intense stretch at the back of the leg. Couple more breaths here. Try to relax. Spine is neutral, shoulders relaxed, facial muscles relaxed as well. Gently start walking the palms tiny bit to the front, bending into the left leg and bringing the left leg to the back. Bringing the big toes together, opening your knees as wide as the mat or maybe even wider, and releasing down your glutes towards the heels. You can bring the arms as far from you as possible, so really stretching through both sides of the torso, and just relax here. Relax your head. If you have a block, you can always bring the block underneath your head if that feels a little bit more comfortable. Inhaling, exhaling. One more. Slowly start lifting yourself up. Coming into kneeling position with the torso up. So come into kneeling position. You can tuck the toes if you wish. We're gonna come into camel pose. Just very modified, gentle camel. So push your hips forward and look for the left heel, okay, with your left arm. And then raise your right arm up and then maybe a little bit over. But not forgetting to push the hips towards the front of the mat and opening the chest, okay? We're gonna stay here, looking towards the ceiling or the sky. Don't tilt the head back yet. Inhale and exhale. One more. Slowly coming back and sitting down onto our heels, just for a second. Inhale, exhale, one more. We're gonna start lifting ourselves up again. Toes tucked or not. You can always have the blocks next kind of outside of your feet if you want. This time we're gonna look for the right heel with the right arm and lifting the left arm up and over. So chest is opening towards the ceiling or the sky and hips are going towards the front of the mat. And we're gonna stay here. As I mentioned, look towards the ceiling. Don't tilt the head back yet. And as well, if you have any issues with the neck or cervical spine issues, don't tilt the head back even after. One more breath here. Opening the front body and slowly coming back and tucking the toes, sitting on the heels just for one more breath. Now we're gonna go into full expression of the camel pose, but make sure you listen to your body. This is a deep chest opening and back bend, so it's not for everyone. So just listen to your body, you know. I show you two options. So first one, you can just keep your palms, I'm gonna turn to you. You can just keep your palms, fingers facing towards your head and going back slowly while bringing the hips to the front. Or you can as well look for the heels and start opening this way. Just making sure we're trying to bring the hips in line with our knees and chest is trying to lift up before going back, okay? You stay here for 4 more breaths, so finding your position wisely. As I mentioned, now you can tilt the head back if you want. Just make sure you can still breathe. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And then if you had your hands on your heels, start bringing the hands towards your lower spine as well. And gently help yourself to lift up and tuck the toes. And sit on your heels. Bring the knees together and start relaxing down your head towards the floor, coming into very restorative child's pose. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Last one. Then gently lift yourself up. Bring the palms to the front of the mat. Lift your hips, tuck the toes, and lift yourself up into downward dog. Gonna stay here just for 2 breaths. You can keep your knees gently bent. Try to extend the back, okay? So lifting the tailbone as high as you can, bringing the chest towards the floor, towards your knees, opening the chest and shoulder area. And then look to the front and step or walk your feet in between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, release the palms down to the floor, release the head. Forward fold, 1 more breath here. With the next inhale, lift halfway up and then open your legs wide. So coming into wide-legged stand. Open your legs as wide as you can. And if you can, bring your heels next to the end of the edge of the mat. That will help you to make sure that you really have your feet in line, okay? And keep your palms on the floor or fingertips, or you can always pick up the blocks, as I mentioned, and have, bring the floor a little bit closer to you. We're gonna stay here for 3 more breaths. Keep breathing, relax the shoulders, engage your inner thighs. 2 more breaths. Last one. And we're gonna try and come into very modified side lunge. So start bending into right leg. The feet doesn't change the position, and just bringing your arms towards the right. So you're extending the left leg and the right knee is bent. If you're a little bit more flexible, maybe you can release your forearm to the floor. Inhale and exhale. Spine still straight, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. One more breath here. And gently extend the right leg. Start walking towards the left and bend into the left leg. Right leg is extended. Keep breathing. Relax the facial muscles. 2 more breaths here before we come back into forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Great. Extend the left leg as well now. We're gonna go into a little bit deeper forward fold, okay? So start walking your palms in line with your feet, more or less. And then if you can, maybe bend into the elbows and start releasing the crown of the head towards the floor, towards the mat. And stay here. Don't use too much strength. Just let the gravity do its job, and remember, the inner thighs engage. Knees are not overlocked, so they are soft. If you have straight legs, you can try and shift a little bit more of body weight towards your toes and relax there. 2 more breaths. Deep inhales, full exhales. Once more. Start engaging even more your inner thighs and belly, lifting up halfway. And then looking towards the front of the mat and bringing the front leg to the back. Downward dog. Inhale, exhale. Release the knees to the floor. Bring the legs to one side and come into seated. Extend the legs in front of you first. Straighten the spine. Try to sit straight. If you can't sit straight, you might need to bend the knees a little bit. That will help you to relax and kind of release the tension in your spine area. Inhale, exhale. And we're gonna fall over. So we're not gonna go too deep. It's just very relaxing forward fold, okay? So you don't need to grab the toes and pull yourself towards the toes. It's just relaxing into the forward fold without using any strength. I'm gonna stay here just for 2 more breaths. So just gently relaxing the head and spine, letting the tension to release. Then slowly lift yourself up. Start shifting your hips towards the end of the mat a little bit. Keep the knees bent and lay down on the mat. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. We're gonna lift the legs up. So it's kind of legs up to the wall variation without the wall. And you can stay there. Keep breathing. We're gonna stay here up to 10 breaths. If you have a healthy spine, you can actually come into plow pose. So if you wish, you can start bringing the legs up and overhead. Just make sure you don't move the head. You don't move the neck once the legs behind your head. And you're gonna come into plow pose. You can keep your knees bent or straight. You can release your knees to the forehead if you want. You can interlace your palms behind your back as well, if that feels more comfortable. Don't forget to breathe. Make sure there is enough space between the chest and the chin. Or as I mentioned, you can just have your legs towards the ceiling or the sky. You don't have to come into a plow. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Then if you are in the plow, make sure you release your palms again to the lower spine and help yourself to come out slowly. So we're not collapsing, we're moving very slowly, engaging abdominals and letting the glutes to come back last. So first middle spine, lower spine, and then the glutes. Release it down, release your feet down, keep the knees bent. Observe how your spine feels. 1 more breath here. Then we're gonna bring the feet into each other, opening the knees to the side, bend knees, and we're gonna grab opposite elbows, forearms, or just palms, and bring them behind your head. Coming into very restorative pose with cobbler legs and a gentle chest and shoulder opening. Deep inhales and exhales. Don't rush. One more. Then start releasing the arms down, helping yourself to bring the knees together. Bring the knees into your chest. You can hug them even if you wish. And then we're gonna start releasing them towards the left side. Open the arms wide if you want into a T. Or you can bring the left arm over your right leg. And just stay in the supine twist, making sure that the chest is facing towards the ceiling or the sky, and the right shoulder is still touching the ground, okay? Deep inhales will help you twist a little bit deeper. Just make sure you relax your facial muscles. With the next slow inhale, engage your abdominal muscles, lift the knees back to the center, hug them into your chest, and then slowly release them towards the right side. Again, repeat the same option, either with the arms in the T position, or maybe you have the right arm this time over the left leg. Just make sure you're not pushing or pulling, you're just letting it rest, okay? So just the gravity and the weight of the arm, which helps you to twist rather than strengthen the arm. Inhaling, exhaling. Start relaxing. You can even close your eyes. After this, we're going into Shavasana. Couple more breaths here. Start relaxing your facial muscles, your jaw, neck and chest. Engage abdominals for a second. Lift the legs to the center. You can hug your knees into the chest. You can even lift your head and maybe bring the nose towards your knees, coming into tiny ball before relaxing completely. So start lying down into your Shavasana, opening the legs as wide as the mat, or maybe even wider. Try to keep nice distance between the arms and your torso as well. So really try to bring the arms wide. Palms facing towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Feel how your body slowly starts relaxing. How it starts digesting the benefits of today's practice. Shavasana is a wonderful posture when it's really hot outside. Inhaling, exhaling. Relax your spine. Don't forget, it's very important, hydrate yourself even more when it's hot. So try to add that additional glass or two of water. And I'm gonna leave you here. So stay in Shavasana as long as you want. Really let your body rest, let your body cool itself down. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I hope to see you soon in my channel. Namaste.